I'm going to give you my secret. The secret law of success. How do you become successful? Here's my answer. If you want to be successful, do not seek success. Can you write that down, please? Put it on your mirror where you fix your face. If you want to be successful, do not seek success. So what do? You seek to become a person of value. That's the key to your prosperity. You seek to become a person of value. The person who becomes successful and prosperous is the person everybody wants to go to get something done. You know, the safest business in the world is undertaking. Being undertaker. Why? People dying every day. So the guy meets a need, he got you covered. He made himself what? Valuable. Why do you go to the dentist even if you have a recession? Because the dentist made himself valuable. 8 years of study. Why do you go to a doctor and give him your money in the middle of a recession? Because the doctor spent 14 years specializing in something. He made himself valuable. He refined a gift. Why do you take your money to the lawyer? Because the lawyer spent 6 years refining the law. And so you take your money and give it to the lawyer. Why? The lawyer made himself or herself valuable. Question. Here's the question. Why should I come to you? How you answer that question tells me if you're going to make it. Here's a question more difficult. Why should I come and bring my money to you? What is it that you have refined that make me find you? The secret to success, becoming valuable. So here's the process of becoming valuable. I'll give you the secret. Number one, to become valuable, first, you must determine what your gift is. Some people may have one or two. Like me, you know, I have 3 or 4 gifts. That was my problem most of my life until I figured it out. You know, you got to choose one and focus on it. But I got a lot of gifts. I'm a musician, naturally. You know, I'm a writer. I'm a public speaker. I am able to actually produce music. I can do a lot of stuff. I have to decide which one I'm going to focus on, that's all. Listen, you don't want to be a jack of all trades and master nothing. Write this down. You are paid for what you master. People ain't looking for you who's a general contractor. Some of them wonder why they can't find jobs. You're too general. You better find a specific area that you focus on where they're going to need you. They come look for you. Don't just be a carpenter. Find a niche. I'm the creator of bookshelves only. And put it out there. You'll see business coming to you like crazy. If you say, I'm just a carpenter, hey, a dime a dozen. And they start comparing you to others. But if you only make shelves, bookshelves, they can't compare because not everybody just make bookshelves, you see. And now you become valuable because you have what? Become a refined gift. That means you become significant. Significance makes you valuable. Significance means you are different from the others. Everybody sells shoes, fine. A lady came one time, she said, Pastor Myles, I want to open a shoe store. I said, don't. She said, why? I said, everybody's selling shoes. She said, but, so what do you advise? My advice is that, I said, now this is free. Only sell baby shoes from 0 to 5. You'll make it. Today she has one of the largest shoe stores in New Jersey. People fly from different parts of the state to buy shoes. Why? They ain't got to wonder if that baby shoes in that store. Of course, she ain't pay me nothing. In other words, you can't just sell something. Sell one thing that is you. Uniqueness. That leads to point number 4. Everyone's created to born with a unique gift that makes them valuable. That means your success is in your gift of value. There's something that you were born with that other people don't have the way you have it. Everybody's selling cell phones. So why are you going to cell phones? You better find a different type of cell phone just to sell, that's all. In other words, uniqueness makes you valuable. What did I say? Okay, you cosmetologist. You going broke. I'm telling you. You better find a unique cosmetological, that's a big word, perspective where you offer something that others don't offer. And one time, me and my wife went to Monte Carlo. Went to Monte Carlo. Man, that's where all the big muckamucks are. And we went into a store where, you know, one pair of shoes is $5,000. We went in there, the rug in the store was white. Thick white rug in the store. In other words, don't come in here if you got dirty shoes. And this was a clothing store. No clothes were seen. All the clothes upstairs had hidden away. And then they ask you, can I help you? We walk in. They say, come, please have a seat. They sit us down. Beautiful glass table. They serve us tea and cookies. I just come to buy, you know, clothing. They said, no, you ain't coming here for no clothing. You coming here for an experience. What a store that was. By the time they finished wining and dining you, they said, come upstairs and see our wares. Walk up there, everything in these little private little booths. I tell my wife now, you know, go for the cheapest thing here, because this is a rough place. I saw one dress, it say $28,000. I said, oh yeah. Honey, come on this side over here. Walk over here, there was a belt. The belt was $400. I said, yeah, that belt must just feed you. And like I saw a purse, $5,500. Just a little purse. I said, take me to the wrong store. But we already drank the tea and ate the cookies. We had to buy something. You remember that store, baby? It was a rough store. We had to buy something. My point is, they were unique. That's why people fly all over the world, come to that one store and buy one dress. Now, here you are trying to make $5,000 a month in your store. They make $5,000 on one dress. Because they're not selling dresses. Y'all should pay me for this tonight. You want a restaurant? Okay, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. Hey, buddy, restaurant open today, closed tomorrow. You know that, right? Yeah, why? But they don't understand what I'm teaching. You can buy a sandwich anywhere. People don't buy sandwiches, they buy experiences. Why would you go to a restaurant on Paradise Island and pay $98 for chicken and buy the same chicken at Dirty's? For how much? $5. Same chicken, you know, same chicken. Why? You're not buying chicken on Paradise Island. You're buying a unique experience. That's what makes it valuable. You get chicken anywhere, but you can't get the experience where the guy take the napkin, put on your lap, bam, and then he pour your water for you and then take it away to make sure you don't pour it by yourself. Understand? And they serve you one course at a time. Dirty's everything in the bag. Boom, 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 boom. No. We separate each chip from each other in this restaurant. See, you eat one chip at a time. You wonder, what am I doing here? You are buying an experience. Here's my question. Why should I come to you? What makes you as a lawyer different? What makes you different as a lawyer? If I come to your lawyer's office, what experience do I have? What makes me want to come back? Not for law, I get law anywhere. What makes me want to come back to you is the question. Is this good stuff? All right.